JoeFest 2022 just ended. Let's take a look at all the awesome stuff that was there.
Yo, Joe!
We'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there.
I'm going to apologize in advance with this video. I don't really like sticking a camera in people's faces, so there's a lot of things that I didn't record and video or take pictures of. Friday we got there early, less crowds that way, and it's easier to get all the exclusives from all of the different vendors. We definitely had to go to the Skeletron booth and look at that RoboSkull Mark II. All the awesome figures. Plus, they gave me this cool hat for free. Marauder's Gun Runner is always a hit. And they gave me this free shirt too. Marauder John is one of the most genuine guys I have ever met. He actually remembered me just by me telling him my last name because of all the orders I've placed with them. I definitely went to the Marauders booth several times throughout the weekend, and I was able to pick up this white suited buck and make this bloody Storm Shadow. We caught up with Hooded Cobra Commander 788. We had a really great conversation, and I got some of his amazing prints, 2 Baroness prints for my wife, and a Battle Android Trooper for myself. Carson Metaxas of 3djoes.com. I don't know how much I can say about Carson as a person, as one of the stewards of G.I. Joe, as one of the true torchbearers of the brand. Carson is such a genuine guy. I got to see the Collecting the Art of G.I. Joe omnibus in its finished form, and I have to tell you, this book is huge. Huge. If you take a look at that case, it's really awesome because it's designed just like this collector carrying case. We got to take a look at all the prints that are going to be available with the omnibus as well. Carson and I just had a really great conversation. We talked all things G.I. Joe. I also got to take a look at the Operation Recall 2-ups and the original letters that Carson wrote to Hasbro. I can't wait for Operation Recall personally. I got to have a really nice conversation with Dan Klingensmith, the author and creator of Creating G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Volumes 1 through 8, and I got to get my Volumes 7 and 8 signed. I spent a little time talking with James Kavanaugh Jr., where we discussed the G.I. Joe fan club, all the things that I'm looking forward to regarding the fan club, and I actually got to fill the final hole that I had in my rank and file guide to 4-inch G.I. Joe modern figures. There were lots of great vendors on hand at JoeFest this year, and a lot of them had amazing prices that you would not believe. You do not want to know what I got this complete Ghost Rider figure for. And look at that, over there. I happened to walk past this HasLab Kitana, also known as Jabba's sail barge, and I didn't even recognize what it was until my wife reminded me. The shipper box alone for this thing is impressive. I thought it was pretty cool to see vendors selling things other than G.I. Joe, such as Mask, Transformers, that sail barge. Not these Funko Pops, though. Oh man, I can't stand Funko Pops. I had a very special mission for my wife at JoeFest, and she was more than happy to help me.
It's a trap!
I asked my wife to help me find a few specific modern Joes that I needed. So she started digging. Looks like she's got this under control. Off to the vendors we go. enough of that. Saturday morning, my wife and I showed up in costume to represent with the finest costume club. I have to give a very special shout out to Johnny and Rebecca of Simple Tricks and Nonsense. If you haven't seen their YouTube channel, I highly suggest you check it out. Johnny and Rebecca are both very skilled costumers. And if it wasn't for the two of them, I wouldn't have had my wife's Baroness costume finished in time. So thanks to both of you very much. We got to hang out with Ed Schumacher for a couple of minutes and have a nice conversation. For those of you who don't know, Ed is the brains behind JoeFest. Oh, and here we are hanging out with Tony Roberts from Analog Toys, Desert Rat of Valaverse Action Force himself. Decided that he needed to hang out with some Cobra scum. Here's a high-level overview shot of some of the loot that I got away with from this year's JoeFest. Got a really awesome lunchbox. The thermos was included. I have this thing for G.I. Joe lunchboxes. I have to say the Fresh Monkey Fiction Eagle Force figures, I can't get enough of those things. I got a couple of exclusives. I got a couple of one-offs that you can't find anywhere else. I'm not really a 6-inch collector, but I have this thing about supporting Valaverse, so I did pick up a few of their figures and a couple of the comic book issues that I was missing. I got a modern version 2 Storm Shadow with Keone Young's signature on it. I got a lot of prints and a lot of show posters. I got several prints from Ron Rudat. You can see the Cobra logo print right there with the signature on it. I got several other prints from Mr. Rudat. I have to say he is such an awesome guy. Very humble, really cool. But these are the kind of things that I was going to JoeFest for. The things that are more about building memories than just getting toys. And for some reason, I had to pick up another G.I. Joe issue number 1. Before I end this video, I have to give a shout out to all the friends and great people who I saw at JoeFest this year. Again, I apologize. I don't have a lot of photos or video, but I'd rather be in the moment than behind a camera. So to Mikey Kukovic, his dad John, and all the Callsign Longbow crew, my good friend Matthew Lecroy, Brian Shearer, Michael French of RetroBlasting, Sal from 2 Cents Toys, Laser Pants Ryan, Bobby Valla, Matt Movies, John Earl, my good friend Daniel McLeod, Patrick Not Picard Stewart, thank you for being such a good sport, Patrick, and all the members of the Finest Costume Club. Thanks for making JoeFest awesome this year. Several of the images used in this video are courtesy of photo creations by Sue Pellerin. Don't worry, I paid for them. Some of the other images are courtesy of Carson Metaxas of 3D Joes, as always. Thanks for checking out this video. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button on your way out the door. And if you've not been to JoeFest, make plans to go next year.